how do schools find the right experience in terms of personnel to help them make the right decisions rejoining / creating a mat? Who needs to lead this piece of work?
Really good question.
A really, really good question.
I think one of the things to think about there is about reflecting on what internal expertise and experience you've got, but also the capacity and what you may need to get some external support with. But with the external support, you know, I'm always loath that when you're creating something new, so consortiums or collaborations with clients, you want the people that are guiding the decision making and making the decisions to be around after it's done. So, you know, one immediate comment for me is that a sort of an external person coming in and sort of delivering it in a box and helping you do it, I just think be very careful in terms of the 18 months time. You go, why did we make this decision again? I'm sure it was a good reason at the time, but there's no memory, and the person's not there because it was there was external help. And I think, interestingly, when we look at leadership structures for creating emerging mats, one of the things we do suggest people think about is having some form of, for want of a better phrase, executive director that is there, that may be on a fixed term contract for 18 months, 2 years, that is to help manage the change process and the integration process. And it is a very specific set of skills, and whilst people in the organization may be able to turn their hand to it, actually sometimes it may be worth getting some external support. So there's I think it's a really, really good question to ask yourselves, though. There's some preliminary thoughts for me. What would you add, Will?
Yeah, because I mean, I mentioned the problem around schools seeing this as a procurement exercise, and it's difficult to lay blame on that if there's a lack of resources directed at schools around the decision-making process for what trust to join, because we do the mat development event, which is geared towards people in mats. And I know we've spoken about this before, Nick, haven't we, around, are there forums or areas that is the other side of the fence around saying, well, okay, as a school, these are the important things for you. And it doesn't feel like there's a lot of that resource out there. So it would be challenging as a school. I wasn't being derogatory by saying schools are seeing it as a procurement exercise, because actually the understanding of what mats can add is lacking within mats. So of course there's kind of a misunderstanding or a knowledge gap there within schools, and I don't see anybody occupying that space at the moment.